Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 20 of Yakuza 0, and it's time for some weird shit in Sotenburi. You think I'm kidding? No, there is a pants thief running about. Although he's not it, he is going to ask you for some pants, particularly the ones you have on. And it'll range from asking to violently hassling you for them. And we're going to have to show this punk a thing or two. But the thing is, there is a pants thief in Sotenburi. He is taking the pants from high schoolers. We have to find this pants thief before, well, we're next. And primarily get this man's pants back. Well, right after we knock some sense into him, because after all, he is going to pretty much ask for his pants. Or rather, instead of ask, he's gonna demand your pants. Wait, what? Yes, I know, it's weird shit, ladies and gentlemen. And it only is gonna get weirder from here. But that's pretty much the gist of part 21. Dealing with this part 20 actually. Dealing with this pants thief. But first, we're gonna have to take care of this high schooler. The pantsless man who just got his pants stolen from him. Well then, you are going to pay dearly for trying to take my pants by getting a bike upside your head. Ah, yes. Nothing says life lessons like cracking a bike over a high schooler's head. And a pantsless one at that. Don't do that in real life, kids. That's illegal. Anyway. Now we're gonna have to go after the guy who's stealing bonton pants. Which is pretty much the high school pants that are a uniform issue. And folks, don't be surprised that uniform pants is stealing right off of kids' behinds in America. Because yes, that is a thing. Ever since uniforms ever became a legal thing back in the 2000s, kids are getting their uniform pants robbed by other kids. So, let me just put it to you like this. Uniforms did not help. It was supposed to stop people from stealing Fila's and Levi's. But that don't help if there's a short supply of uniforms. And all the stores are either A, being robbed, or B, sold out of them. So yeah, what's the point of having school uniforms in America? Especially when it's going to be pretty much the same damn thing. Absolutely none. And now we have this problem here. Except it's not another teenager that's doing this. That's the problem. Huh? Well, in a way, since the guy kind of looks like a teenager, but he doesn't. And to be fair, the pantsless guy brought all of it on himself. Let's just put it to you like that. So let's go and retrieve this man's pants from the Botan pants dealer. And for those of you who don't know who that guy is, well, he's gonna be pretty familiar for those who've played Yakuza 2. And for those who didn't, forget I said that. Anyway, here's our pants thief right here. He may be big, and he's wearing an elementary school book bag. But yes, that is an elementary school student. And we're gonna have to beat the fuck out of him. No, seriously. And here's the thing that's worse about this. This is no ordinary fight, ladies and gentlemen. you are facing off against Ryuji Goda, who, by the way, is the main villain of Yakuza 2. And, for the record, no, I'm not really spoiling that. Zero already spoils that for you. Number one, because this game came out right after Yakuza 2, but before Kiwami 2. And number two, here's the thing. The game even remotely addresses this guy as Ryuji Goda. Oh, and one more thing that needs to be mentioned. Ryuji has the fighting style of Mr. Shakedown, except you don't lose money when you actually take a hit from him. So bear that in mind. He's more of a brawler. Yeah, as you can see, this is how he fights. And Ryuji can throw a fucking punch. So, with that said, you're going to be dealing with this guy later on. And I promise you, this is easy compared to your encounters with him in 2. Oh boy. Damn it, I missed him. That swing would have put him out of his misery. But yes, folks. Ryuji can actually stun you with a gut punch. That man just fucking gut checked me, man. And more importantly, he can break your guard. That's one thing that he is most notable for. So be aware of his fighting style. If you trapped him in the corner, you pretty much won this fight. And oh yeah, I just managed to get $19 million from this man. Holy hell. So, with that said, I just beat up an elementary school kid. I would feel bad, but this dude is as big as a freaking ox. And more importantly, these kids... these kids were practically the only reason why the fight with Ryuji ended right then and there. However, they are afraid of Ryuji, but at the same time, they were friends with him. The only reason why they were afraid of him because they found out who Ryuji's father is. He happens to be a big-time leader of the Omi Alliance. And for the record, yeah, this game actually spoils that. So if you haven't played 2, skip this side quest. But if you have, well, you probably would actually recognize Ryuji from his model anyway. I actually played Yakuza 2 and Kiwami 2, so I knew right off the bat. So now that we've dealt with the pants thief, and after the kids explain their case, we're gonna have to take those pants back to that one punk. And don't be surprised if Yakuza 0 brings back characters that originally appeared in 1 and 2. Because they are, or at least have a backstory for them. Because they will. Don't get me wrong, they will. In fact, there's still the matter of Pocket Fighter Racer we have to run across. Oh, and that dominatrix we ran into back several parts ago? Yeah. She shows up in Yakuza 2. I do believe she does. But whatever the case, ladies and gents, Ryuji's back on his feet. And Ryuji's the type of guy that honestly doesn't show his emotions, but at the exact same time, he fights with honor. It's the fact that he also is a bloodthirsty animal. But he's still a pretty cool villain. Yeah, he's better than Jingu in many ways. Oh, that reminds me. Jingu is nowhere to be found in Zero. That's how much the Yakuza series even cares about that guy. So, with that said, Ryuji practically said he's going to try to be a bigger man than his father, and more importantly, he threatened Majima that the day he sees him again, he may take his pants off of his backside. It's weird as hell. It's very weird. But thankfully, Majima doesn't come across this guy. And let me assure you one thing, at least he grows out of that phase. So, let's just take these pants back to that one kid who lost his pants. Whew. It has been a weird day thus far. So, let's go on ahead and say hi to that guy and give him his pants back. However, problem is, this guy's not going to learn his lesson at all. So, now that he got his Botons back, he's instead going to rally up a couple of guys and go get his revenge on Ryuji. Yeah, you are stupid. And more importantly, he's going to try to do so while he's in a weakened state because he thought Majima beat the bricks off of him. Well, he did, but Majima didn't do too much. Ryuji is still got some fight left in him. So yeah, we're going to have to stop by and see what's going on there. Because this is going to be a catastrophe. A real huge catastrophe for the punks that's about to jump Ryuji. And speaking of catastrophes, this side quest opened up. And this side quest involves the jewelry store that this man is standing in front of. And we're going to have to eventually see what's going on with him and buy whatever he needs in order for him to actually give it to his girlfriend. We'll find out what that is probably at the start of Chapter 4, because we're ending Chapter 4 next part. So we'll worry about that later. Also, no be rich! It's nice running into these guys, especially in Sotenburi. Too bad they haven't got me enough money yet because I don't have Money Magnet 3. So let's move on, shall we? And this punk's dead too. Yes. That heat action is fucking awesome. Eventually I'll get myself an indestructible knife. Oh wow. Look at all the bodies. This man bodied an entire gang. All I have to say is, get bent. That's the best reference I could give, because Kanji Tatsumi did the exact same thing. And he wore blonde hair and was taller than a normal elementary school kid. So that's a pretty relevant description there. So yeah. He just basically made these guys his bitch. And here's another thing. Rise of the Dragon. That's literally the name of the sub-story. But folks, that was it with the Pants Thief. I'll see you all in the next episode when we end Chapter 4 of Yakuza 0. This is RFman985. Peace out. Or start Chapter 4, actually.